Tolerance, a word we hear often, but what does it truly mean? It means being kind, empathetic, respectful, and mindful of our differences, whether they are in religion, social groups, or individual abilities. On this International Day of Tolerance, let's commit to practicing a bit more understanding and openness to others. Hello and welcome to another engaging edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry, your host for this enlightening journey. Stay with us for an experience that's sure to inspire and uplift.
Embrace your rhythm and keep dancing through life. Don't lose your groove. Life challenges can slow you down, but remember to find your rhythm. Keep moving, keep grooving. Find your groove and never lose it.
Thanks for staying with us. The Civil Heritage Expo is a showcase of how communities come together to celebrate, share, and preserve Jamaica's diverse history. And we journey to the West to see how cultural exchange and tolerance continue to strengthen our heritage.
The 2024 staging of the Civil Heritage Expo has once again left an indelible mark on the minds of students across Jamaica. Now in its 26th year, the annual event held at the historic Civil Heritage Park in St. Anne's Bay provided students with an unforgettable experience, immersing them into Jamaica's rich culture and heritage. The Western Roundup team was there. We bring you the highlights.
Over 4,000 eager students gathered for an extraordinary event where organizers brilliantly showcased how the echoes of history resonate in our everyday lives. From vintage gadgets to timeless traditions, this immersive experience highlighted the seamless blend of the past with the present, reminding us that yesterday's innovations continue to shape our world today.
This is something that we have each year during this time, during the Heroes Week celebration, to kind of bring students in close proximity with the actual happenings of our history so that it comes alive. Whatever they do in the social studies classes, sometimes teachers will testify that it is a very helpful event for them.
Most of them are grade 6 students, and the information they had garnered here or the experiences that they garnered here is of very importance to PEP, because they're going to be tested on the Tainos and a lot of other historical aspects here today. Most of them are tactile learners, so when they see and they're able to touch, it's better for them.
The organizer expressed heartfelt hope that even long after she's no longer here, this event will live on, continuing to inspire and connect future generations to the wisdom and wonders of the past.
We are hoping that even after 50 years, somebody will take it and continue with it. It is supposed to be something that the children, you see, like how you have an annual, say, sunsplash or sports activities. This should be a part of Jamaican activity event.
The event was made possible through the partnership of the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, the Bank of Jamaica, Jamaica Library Service, Jamaica Information Service, Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, Ministry of Health and Wellness, and others.
Our mandate is public education, and so for us to be here to impart our heritage and ensure that the next generation is aware of their heritage is very, very important. So today we are actually displaying artifacts from Port Royal, which is Jamaica's sunken city, and a city that we are working on to become a World Heritage Site certified by UNESCO. So we have that display today, along with we have African artifacts. And of course, within the Great House is a museum, which we also have on display artifacts from the British, the Taino, and the Africans.
The regional manager of the Jamaica Library Service shared that both students and teachers were captivated by their exhibit, showcasing the key figures behind Jamaica's rich culinary heritage.
We were happy that we were able to contribute something in that way, especially as the teachers were impressed with it.
asked for copies and some took pictures.
The Liberty Hall Museum's Legacy of Marcus Garvey presented a fascinating collection of artifacts for students to explore and experience firsthand.
Today we have a few things from our museum's collection, such as Garvey's National Heroes Medal, his birth certificate, as well as his death certificate. And we also have a few books on display for our students from primary school to high school.
We are very, very happy to be partnering and having here a display for the Jamaican people at the Civil Heritage Expo. Today we are showcasing who we are as the JCDC. We are also highlighting areas of our heritage, for example, our traditional folk forms. And so we have on display our Jonkunu features. So we have images and we also have small miniature, they would say, copies of the Jonkunus, so our children can have direct contact of what a Jonkunu looks like.
The students took a captivating journey back in time, diving deep into the history of the Tainos.
I learned what their houses look like. I learned what they used to do, and I learned how they died.
That's all for today. As usual, thanks for joining us for Western Roundup, where we take you from the corners of St. Elizabeth to the hilly terrains of St. Anne. Remember to send us your feedback to gismabay@gis.gov.jm. Until next time, take care.
You're a good soldier, choosing your battle. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all, believe it. When you fall, get up, oh, oh, and if you fall, get up, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa, 'cause this is Africa. Samina, mina, eh, eh, waka, waka, eh, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah, Samina, mina, eh, eh, waka, waka, eh, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa. This time for Africa, Jambo, eh, eh, Jambo, eh, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah, Jambo, eh, eh, Jambo, eh, eh, Samina, mina, sangalewa, anawa, ah, ah.
In a field often dominated by men, one woman has broken through with resilience and passion. Kanidra Gardner takes us on her journey as a female mechanic, showing how parental inspiration and courage can spark a drive for change and equality.
Quite often we hear the phrase, "It's a man's world." But is it really? There are women who continue to break that stereotype and prove themselves capable in any field. Women have been shattering glass ceilings and doing jobs that are male-dominated. Kanidra Gardner is one such person who has made a name for herself in the field of auto mechanics. Even with her well-manicured nails, she's not afraid to get her hands dirty and get the job done. This story begins early in life.
So when I was younger, or from baby stage, my father is a mechanic. So being around him, growing up in the garage, he might tell me, pass this, give me pass 1/10 spanner, give me this, that. You know, when he might go buy parts, him carry me with him. So watching him work and everything was like really it was a bonding moment, but also it was a learning moment for me as well, because that's where I got all my knowledge from.
But that was only a part of it, as Kanidra set her mind to pursue what she was passionate about.
And then when I was in primary school, they were saying that they wanted me to be a nurse. I don't want to be a nurse. No, I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be a mechanic. So when they used to dress me up in nurse outfit, go school, when I reach at school, I get one little piece of cardboard and one little piece of cartridge paper, cut it out and put mechanic and stick it, like staple it. Yeah, I used to have a grade 1 teacher, her name is Miss Hill. Anything I want to do, she made me do it. So she used to make me write the mechanic on it and she staple it for my uniform and we take a picture and yeah, I'm a mechanic in a nurse outfit.
Though she's one of a relatively small number of females in a male-dominated career, Kanidra refuses to buckle under societal pressures.
Being in a male-dominated career, it is very challenging because a lot of men, you know, when they see a woman in the mechanic shop, they're like, no, this woman never work for my car. They don't want it, but at the end of the day, sometimes we as females might know a little bit more than the average mechanic, or because we go to school for it, but if you put your mind to it, yeah, them can't say anything.
When asked, if not mechanic, what other career option would you choose? This was what she had to say.
That's a very tricky question. If it was not mechanics, maybe my mother would have her way and would have become a nurse. Or, I don't know, I don't see myself in no other career section or anything. If I'm a mechanic, then I really don't know what else it's going to be.
Her motivation is just knowing that better days are ahead. As with any other career, getting ahead in the auto mechanics field is a continuous learning process. With sound advice from her father to be open to learning something new every day, Kanidra urges others to do the same.
Don't be stuck up and saying, I know everything and I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. No, that's not how it works. You have to be open to learning from other people who has been there, who has gone through worse in the mechanics field.
With all the challenges she's faced being one of a few women in a field dominated by men, the 5'3" mechanic is moving forward with the support of her father, who has been with her every step of the way.
I can't say I've overcome it, but I work with my father, as everybody knows, and he has the strength. So with things like when we can't pull, sometimes he will help me and him say, all right, I'm not helping no further, so I just crack it a little bit and then you take it from there. So.
While she continues her journey of doing what she loves, she has this to say.
To a female who wants to enter the mechanical aspect, the only thing I can tell you is hold up your head. Believe in yourself. Do it for you, not for others. But make sure you're learning and you're not mash up nobody's vehicle. Yeah.
One thing we need to remember is that there are many persons out there in our family, community, wider society who may be having challenges, and that these persons sometimes need to be heard, sometimes need to be helped, sometimes need to be hugged, right? And the best we can do to promote mental wellness in our community is just to be there for people, to be able to hear them, to be able to hug them, to be able to help them, you know? And let's all be our brother's keeper and make this place a better place and a place that is conducive to good mental health and mental wellness.
Parenting takes a special touch, and for families of children with developmental disabilities, the journey is one of profound patience and love. Up next, we discover how the Early Stimulation Program supports parents in creating a future of acceptance, empowerment, and belonging for all children.
Meet Alex Fraser. He's a 10-year-old student of Dunrobin Primary School in Kingston. He's just like most other boys his age. He loves to play football, hang out with his friends, and play computer games. The only major difference, he cannot walk like most other boys his age. Alex was born with spina bifida, a condition where a baby's neural tube fails to develop normally, causing damage to the spinal cord and bones of the spine. Alex's mother, Tamara Brown, has 3 other children, all of whom have no birth defects. But from Alex's birth, Tamara was determined that he would be given the same opportunities.
I want Alec to have a good education. No matter if anything happened to me tomorrow, I want him to have a good education. Can't complain, the children, the teachers, love him a lot.
It's fun having Alex around, even though sometimes it's like he's not even there. He's so quiet, he's so obedient, and he gets along well with his peers.
Parenting a child with disabilities like Alex's takes extra special loving care.
I have to make sure, go to school, eat, because Alex is a very sick child. Alex have high blood pressure, he has a kidney problem, so I'm happy to take antibiotic every day, I'm happy to take mineral oil every day.
It means Tamara has to be at school with Alex for the entire school day on many occasions, as there are times when he doesn't have an assigned special needs assistant.
We're always here for Alex's mom and for Alex. She has been a strong parent though, doesn't complain a lot, but we have been there in support, maybe for lunch or any advice that she would need. So she has been a great parent. Alex's mother, she never gives up. She really wants the best for her child, and she should be commended for actually fighting to get the best in life for Alex. And we're happy he's a part of us.
I would like to work with computer when I grow up.
Antonika Gunter-Gale, Director of the Early Stimulation Program in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, works closely with parents of children like Alex, especially in the early stages.
Parents, guardians, caregivers of children with disabilities face a number of issues. Financial, is one of them. When you take, for instance, sometimes a child with special needs go beyond the years of using diapers, they have to take soft food. So that means, the blending, the buying of certain food items, So there are a number of challenges. Medication, you think about appointments. The child needs to go to the hearing, specialist. The child needs to go to the audiology. The child needs to go to various appointments. And it does take cash, to care on the part of the parent for persons who don't understand that this is a child with special needs, and the child, act up in the public, screaming, shouting, hyperactive, a child with autism, very antisocial, not getting on like his peers. These things can really cause much stress to the parents of children with disabilities.
But you might ask, how can a regular parent afford all these expenses? And are there any existing support programs for parents of children with disabilities?
There are a number of support through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, under which this program falls, the Early Stimulation Program. A mother, guardian, who really cannot find the wherewithal to care, you have support in terms of intervention. You have financial assistance in terms of a rehabilitation grant that is offered through the ministry for parents or guardians of children with special needs. You have the Jamaica Council for persons with disabilities that also offer support and financial assistance for, starting up your own business, advice, and, that sort of a thing. So there are a number of areas. We have the PAT program that assists with adaptive aids, such as hearing aids, walkers, wheelchairs, medication.
For parents who, like Tamara Brown, are unable to maintain regular jobs as a result of having to be with their disabled children at home or school, the Early Stimulation Program guides them to numerous entrepreneurship opportunities.
We have parents, for example, a simple thing as making soaps, different soaps, putting together, soaps that is tested and passed, approved through the Bureau of Standards, selling soaps. So we have mothers doing phone cards. We have parents doing their little craft at home, rearing chickens at home, doing eggs, So there are a number of areas while taking care of the child at home, the parent could do.
For more information, you may contact the Early Stimulation Program at 95 Hanover Street, Kingston. Call them at 922-5585. Children with special needs need extra special parents.
Out a host of drones, a fleet of drones that we use to manage our land resource, and they include small drones like the DJI Mavic 2 that I have, and also the larger drones like the DJI Matrix 350.
The National Land Agency, NLA, utilizes drones to effectively manage land resources through inspections. For smaller properties, the NLA employs smaller drones. In contrast, for larger properties, the agency opts for larger drones that can cover more ground and conduct longer flights to map extensive areas. The NLA integrates drone technology across several departments. It uses drones for land valuation, inspections, and deratings. Additionally, the drones assist in property mapping, cadastral surveys, and topographic surveys. The agency's estate management division also benefits from this technology, as it aids in managing various properties and land leases.
We've also incorporated the technology in hydrographic surveys. So we're mapping many of our piers, many of our nearshore harbors, and we're using the drone technology to assist the hydrographers as well in their work. Additionally, we have implemented a drone pilot training course where individuals can come and they can be trained as drone pilots. That's a tremendous course. It actually has taken off very well. It's a 3-week course and it's a premium course. So we do advise that persons can come and become a part of that course, and when they leave, they'll be certified drone pilots. Our HR department, they have a form that can be filled. So once someone has an interest, they can give us a call, and we can actually give them the information as to how to sign up for that course. Currently, the cost of this course is 150,000 Jamaican dollars. We have kept that cost for the last 3 years. And this is a premium course. It's worth much more than that. When an individual comes into this course, they will learn the theory behind drone technology. They will learn how to do drone maneuvers so that they can be safe while flying. They will learn all the rudiments of the drone and how it works. They'll also learn the legal requirements. So they'll learn how to apply for a permit to fly. They'll learn how to operate within the airspace, which most persons who are flying drones do not understand, that there are laws, regulations, do's and don'ts. So it's a very packed course, and the persons will leave as robust pilots.
In a world that values safety and resilience, taking proactive steps in protecting our homes is essential. Join the Jamaica Fire Brigade as they explore the role of smart technology in fire prevention.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade, JFB, is urging the public to invest in fire-smart technology. As technology advances, there is an increased emphasis on how individuals can utilize these innovations to create safer environments. Employing technology in fire safety not only enhances security, but also significantly reduces the risk of human error.
It allows for functions such as automated equipment monitoring for electrical and other faults to be automated. So it can man your electrical outlet and it can tell you when there's a spike in the energy or an increase in your voltage, and it can shut the system down if it detects the power is above what is required, and that can prevent fire from occurring. It reduces the need for human intervention, which facilitate by the approaches of the uses of digital technology and reduce the life exposure to unsafe conditions.
The brigade also recommends integrating fire safety systems into existing home security setups at an affordable cost.
It's something that we want to encourage people to do, because when you look at the value of what you have in your homes, spending less than 50 or less than $100 to protect that value makes sense. When you have that fridge in your house that you pay over $700,000 for, you have that TV that you spend over $100,000 for, you have your stove and all of these things, when you have these things in your house, you can protect them. Most of these smoke detectors that you can use in your home cost less than $15 per one, and we're talking about smoke detectors which have testing capabilities.
Here are some fire smart systems to consider. 1. Smart fire extinguishers.
And you might be saying, how can a fire extinguisher be smart? The fire extinguishers that they're making these days, which are smart, if you remove the fire extinguisher from the stand, it automatically triggers the fire alarm system.
2. Smart outlet.
Devices that you must run 24 hours at your home, we recommend that you get them connected to a smart outlet. What the smart outlet does, it allows you to be able to turn off the outlet remotely. So if something happens and you need to turn that outlet off, you can just go on your phone and you can turn the outlet off.
3. Smart home hub and assistance.
So what we're saying, most of the first aid firefighting appliances that we're talking about now, you can connect them to your smart hub. So if you have a camera system and you connect it to Alexa, Siri, Google Home, the one hub can monitor these, because the way they make them, they are compatible with the major hubs that you have. So you can have one means of monitoring these smart devices, so you don't have to be going into different apps.
4. Smart fire alarm system.
These systems offer advanced fire detection capabilities, integrating smoke, heat, gas sensors with real-time monitoring. They can send alerts to building managers. So if you're running a commercial complex, you can tie these to your security company who manage or who monitor your premises for alert.
By investing in these technologies, individuals and businesses can significantly enhance their fire safety measures and protect their valuable assets. Don't forget, though, that in the event of a fire, it is crucial to contact emergency services immediately at 112 or 119.
As we conclude today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, we hope you found these features informative and engaging. Stay connected with JIS through our website at jis.gov.jm and on social media. On behalf of the production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.